All right, so here's a little story that must be told. This is April 6th, 2019. I was invited to Ring of Honor and New Japan's G1 Supercard event at Madison Square Garden. Sold out MSG. Man, it smelled like feet in there. But I digress, y'all. Let's get back. Let's get to when it really went down. So, yes, it smelled like feet in this place, but, you know, I figured that was because of all the sports that have gone down in there. But historic venue, man, just a beautiful place to be a part of, and I was absolutely honored to be a part of it. What's so crazy about getting invited to MSG and doing this show, I was in the middle of a tour. I might have to kind of look it up because I don't remember the exact dates, but not just any tour, but I was in the middle of a UK tour with MC Lars and Cuckoo Kangaroo. And we're putting together our album Dewey Decibel System, which took a few years to create due to various reasons. But shout out to MC Lars. The record's out. I like it a lot. You should go check it out if you have not yet. So I had shows in the UK, and this would be a weekend that I would need to get away from that tour and then come back, because I think I went back to the UK, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe I just ended the tour early. I don't remember. But they were so nice. Ring of Honor was so cool that they were like, yes, we'll pay for you to be there. We'll also fly you in from the UK, put you up in a hotel, fly you back if you need to go back, and things like that. I would have done all this for free. But the fact of the matter is that they were absolutely so nice and willing to pay for me to do this. So they looked out big time. This was Okada versus Jay White was the main event there. All right, 2019. I'm gonna let it play, but I might stop occasionally just to clue you in on what was happening in the backstage. Okay, here we go. Total silence. Avalanche hits. What is Final Fantasy VII music doing on an ROH show? Unbelievable. So what is happening at this time while Avalanche is playing? Jamie Noble. No, not Jamie Noble. The bald guy. It was J&J Security, right? So there was another guy. Gosh darn it. In the middle of this thing, I can't remember. What was his name? What's his name? The bald guy. I can picture him right in front of me. It was not Jamie Noble. Is his name Jamie as well? Remember, it's J&J Security? All right, this is going to really eat me up that I can't remember his name. But he was one of the producers that night. And he gave me the microphone and said, all right, go get yourself over, kid. And here we are.
Wrestling fans worldwide, get on your feet for the historic G1 Supercard.
All right.
How you doing?
All right.
My name is Mega Rand, and I was honored to create a song for this event. You guys.
Oh my God, the nerves that are in me at this point are absolutely, I can't even explain the nerves that I have right now. This is the most nervous I've ever been. If you notice, I'm looking around. I don't know what's going on. I'm like talking to individual people. This is like the scariest thing that I've literally ever done. 20,000 people, 5 of which probably know who I am, and the rest want me to get the hell out of the way so wrestling can happen.
Are in for an amazing show. And
I don't know why they didn't start my song right here, but they were like, start the song when you get in the ring.
Thank you for that. So now, let's get the show started with a song.
They're already booing. This is the point where they're like, we don't want to see this. And me as a wrestling fan, I know they don't want to see this. I know. But I'm here. What are we going to do? Yes, a chorus of boos. So at this point,
ladies and gentlemen, we're at Madison Square Garden.
I have to embrace this moment and kind of turn heel, which is definitely not my thing.
If you love wrestling, make some noise.
Boo.
We going to the garden. When we make it parting. Top 5 just around the pond. Now we starting. We going to the garden. And I've been a marksman. Took me forever, but I finally hit the target. We going to the garden. Slap jargon. Better get the steps to get to the parking. We going to the garden.
I think I was even messing up on the lyrics. I was so nervous.
Trying to get it started. We going to the garden. If you would have told me this a year ago, I would have said it was a miracle. That's a decade like I'm kidding, so hold on, cause here we go. Now we going to the garden. So because they go and book it, every other pay booking. Now they got to go and shake it, time to go and book it.
That's what
on
Neo,
to get pushing.
he was filming.
Double the bottom, no wins in the column, I bet you forgot him. I bet you forgot him. I was in the column, I catch you good bottom, I bet you forgot him. Now we going to the garden. You in the boxing, you in the boxing, you wasn't watching? You wasn't watching? Grabbing this pineapple piece of what? Never an option, going to the garden. If you love wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise.
They start making noise. Oh yeah. Oh, they're cheering for me. They're finally coming around to me.
Yeah. We're going to the garden.
They're not actually cheering for me.
Thumbs up, yes. Going to the garden. Yeah. Going to the garden. Thumbs up. Going to the garden. Thank you, guys.
There's a point in the song where I look at a guy in the front and he gives me a down, like a thumbs down, and I think I say, "Don't worry, this is going to be over soon," or something like that, which I definitely should not have said.
Going to the garden. You guys have been amazing. Going to the garden. I appreciate it so much.
It like it's
don't worry, we'll cut it soon. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
I said, "Don't worry, we'll cut it soon."
Oh, come on, that's Bully Ray. What is he doing down there?
Oh, picking on anybody who can't defend themselves properly.
I was enjoying that.
I loved it. That's a great song.
Yeah.
Going to the garden. And we're here. We made it.
So a little bit of the history of me and Bully Ray is back in October. We did this almost same storyline at their anniversary show. I did a song because they were going to the garden. They wanted me to write a song about going to Madison Square Garden. Now we're actually in Madison Square Garden. So they're like, "Oh, you should sing the song in Madison Square Garden." I was like, absolutely. I would love to do that. And so, sure. And here we are. And so what happened in Las Vegas is almost the same thing that happened here, which was Bully Ray cutting me off and beating my behind.
What's up, Bully, Bubba? What is this, man? Come on. Look. Let me leave peacefully.
He said, "When I come out, they're going to want me to kill you." Now, again, I hate to pull the curtain over everything. Wrestling is predetermined. The end results of things are usually predetermined. How you get there is not always so predetermined. So what's happening here is we're having a conversation. We had a conversation backstage, but none of this was in that conversation backstage. He was like, "What do you want? What do you want to have happen?" And I was like, "Oh man, well, put me through a table." And he's like, "Well, you didn't sign a waiver."
Let me leave peacefully. You can do your challenge, beat people up, throw people through tables, do whatever you need to do. Just let me get out of the way. Look, man, I'm from Philly.
I was, for some reason, thinking that me being from Philadelphia would get a positive reaction from this crowd. In New York, it doesn't quite work that way.
BCW, I love what you do, man. So let me get out the way. Come on, man. This is the second time. Like, you have what is your issue, man?
Just run.
Just
Get out of the ring.
Just get out of the ring.
So I'm going to go.
It's a sour
gonna go.
man.
I'm going to go.
Mega Ran, I like you a lot, bud. I love your song. Mega Ran better make a run. Yeah.
What are they saying? They want Devon? Is that what they're saying? I don't know.
Here's me trying to be funny. He let me get one over on him the last time by using some Devon mentions, but this time it is not working.
Why are you starting?
I don't know. I thought I heard Devon.
This was the moment where he knew he messed up.
Things not going
So if you can't quite make out what they're saying, he'll translate.
quite as Mega Ran expected.
I don't know if you're a little hard of hearing or not, but you got 20,000 people in Madison Square Garden who want to see me kick your mother trucking ass. So do yourself a favor. I'm gonna count to 3. 1, no, screw the 3.
Oh, come on.
Oh, all right. So I had to take a bump for your boy. You know, we didn't really go over that bump. I feel like I did it pretty well. Okay, I gave him a little tuck and roll. Mostly landed on the keister. Not hurt here, but my pride's a little hurt. And at this moment,
That's our guest.
hold on. This is this moment when I put that hand down. I say, you know what? We're in Madison Square freaking Garden. How often am I ever going to be in front of 20,000 people? You better make a name for yourself, brother. And so something inside of me said, get yourself a moment. And it wasn't going to be much. I'm not going to beat him up. I'm not going to pin him. But I want a moment where you know that Mega Ran did not back down. And this is that moment.
Yes, that's our artist going
Get out of my...
Oh,
Yeah, what's up? Yeah. So this moment here, I thought this lasted like 35 seconds. Turns out it lasted like 4 seconds. And as we're this close, he kind of says under his breath, "Are you done?" And I couldn't really hear him say that. So, hey, thank you for that, Priest. 34 months, that's what's up. I got my moment. This is my moment. This is it.
well,
So, and the crowd got up. Like, thank goodness. I got to shout out Jeff, because Jeff got photos. There's photos from the other angle. There's photos from down low. He got photos from up a little bit too that are really, really good. And his photos depict this moment, which was, this was my moment. I was like, you got to take that moment, You got to take your moment. And this was my moment. This was my one shot for glory in Madison Square Garden. Did they call it going into business for yourself? Tomato. Here we go.
No.
All right. And then I get shoved again. Now, this shove, not necessarily, the first one wasn't planned. This one definitely wasn't planned. So what's going through my eyes here is how fast can I get out of the ring? Because I know that they're planning a hardcore match after me. But again, they gave me no instruction. I think the only instruction was, I think Bully Ray's quote was, "I'm going to shit can you, and then we're going to get on with the match." I'm pretty sure that was the only bit of instruction I got. And so here I am.
I want to see this
Getting
now.
put into the... Okay, now, at this point, I don't know if you can see down here. This man has... I wish I could mark the screen, but I'm going to show you with my little cursor. There is a chain it's around this man's neck, and there's another chain that is now in his hand. He then proceeds to use the chain. Yes, he uses the chain. He hits me.
You gotta be kidding me.
Across the back with a freaking chain. Now, at this moment, it's all adrenaline for me. So I literally do not feel this. So at the time, I don't know until I watch this back that I got hit with a chain in my back, because I wasn't looking. This is, again, total adrenaline. None of this is planned. I'm nervous as crap. And so when I later looked back at all, I don't know if it was hard. I don't know if I was hurt. I don't think I didn't feel it because of the adrenaline. I did not feel that. And I'm not just trying to say I'm tough, but it's a freaking chain. So what it makes me feel like is, and I don't know, a couple things could have happened here. Bully could have been like, oh, this guy's trying to show me up. I'm going to kill him if he doesn't do what I want him to do. Or like, but a chain shot, like to me, I don't know if I've ever seen a wrestler take a hit like that. You know what I mean? Like you wrap it around your fist and do a fake punch or something. But I have literally never seen just someone get whipped with a chain. Well, maybe I have. I don't know. I'm sure somebody could point out a match where it's happened. But it was very surprising.
No, I want to see this now.
Real time.
Yep. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Just chained him.
Hey, he stood up for himself.
I don't know why.
So that was the end of, as Bully Ray said, the shit can. I don't think they got the camera on me again the rest of the match.
What? No shame.
But what's happening now while he's talking is the camera is conveniently, they're just really good at what they do. The camera is conveniently showing upward so you don't see me going up the ramp, attempting to get up the ramp. And people were yelling at me like, yo, you suck. I bet you wish you weren't going to the Garden right now. Ha ha ha, you suck. And then when I got back to the back and I'm licking my wounds and getting things done, somebody told me that they were upset at me for no selling a legend. And I was like, I don't think, let me pause right there. Yeah, that's my moment right there. I just don't think of myself as being the kind of guy who would do that. So again, at the time, it's just all adrenaline. It's all emotions. It's all feelings. And I was certainly not trying to, disrespect the business in any way. But I knew at this moment, well, even the moment that we didn't explain what was going to be happening when I got to the ring, that his goal was to humiliate me and get me out of the ring. However, I came 3,000 miles. I didn't really come that far to just be humiliated. And so I wanted to take a little something with me. It's like, you ever seen that Denzel interview where he talks about just taking something with him out of like fancy dinners? But like, it's like that sometimes. Like you want to have a little bit of your moment. And again, I hope that no one took that as disrespect in any way, because we're all freestyling. This whole thing is freestyle. It's freestyle dance. It's freestyle poetry. It's rap. We're working together, and we're completely working without a net and without any sort of rehearsal. The show was a little crazy, and there was some stuff backstage. I don't know if you remember this show. Enzo and Cash showed up like unannounced. A few other things happened. So, and Bully had to come out and deal with that. He was doing a lot of extra like production and coaching and things like that backstage. So we didn't have a lot of time to talk about this segment because it was only supposed to be 5 minutes. And but I did not expect to get whacked with a chain, I must say. And took that fall. And yeah, that was how it went, y'all. And I'm very proud of what happened. I mean, I'm proud of being able to be a part of it. Proud of the song I made. I'll even play that for you. It's called "Going to the Garden," and thankful for Ring of Honor and New Japan for, how cool they are. I talked about how dope New Japan, ROH was, where they were like, "Hey, we will pay for you to get there from the UK. We'll pay for you to get back to the UK for your tour. Pay for my hotel, put me in the talent hotel. I rode the talent bus up from Jersey to MSG. Like, they absolutely took care of me. And they only had one major ask. And they were like, hey, so coming to our show means you can't attend any other major wrestling shows that happen to be happening in the New York metropolitan area this weekend." Which meant I could not go to WrestleMania. So, and if you remember 2019, this was the Kofi Mania WrestleMania. And I was not able to go. And I'm kind of glad I didn't. A lot of my homies didn't make it they weren't able to like get out of there in a timely manner because the show ended so late. Train stopped running. It was crazy. So it's for the best. But I watched it at a sports bar, and who else was at that bar? MVP was there. It was one of the Jobber Tears events. And Shad Gaspard was there. Rest in peace. And so there's a moment that went viral of Shad and MVP watching Kofi win, and I was in that bar for that. So it all worked out. I was still in a cool place, and all I had to do was catch a chain in the back in the process. And then what else? I can't thank ROH and Sinclair enough, because the beginning of this year, this is literally this was now 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago, over 5 years ago. The beginning of this year, I got an email from Ring of Honor, or from Sinclair, saying, hey, there's a check that we wrote to you in 2019 that you haven't cashed yet. And I was like, wait, what? And they were like, yes. And I don't know if it was your pay for this, your travel stipend for this, your whatever for this, but you haven't cashed it yet. So can you do that? Because they're just like clearing up some last second paperwork or whatever. And so then they sent me a check. So 5 years later, they still paid me for doing this. This is what living the dream is, y'all. When you do things that you would do for free, and then somebody says, who do we make that check out to? That's when you know you live in life. And this concludes my my little trip through memory lane on the day that your boy got chained in MSG. It was fun. It really was. Shout out to everybody involved. Not Bully Ray, though. Hate that guy. Moving on.